Okay, let's do this. How's it going? So we're jumping into the elite difficulty here. Kind of wondering like how many hours we have on the character. I've been very much enjoying the slow grind on this guy. 12 hours so far on this character. That's insane. Open the gates. There's nothing wrong with accepting the quest so that like you have the markings on your minimap. Makes it much easier. Especially this guy, for instance. I'm sort of glad that I'm out of the Forgotten Gods. I'm a little bit slow in that place. You've probably seen it. Not really that used to the the routes or like rotations in there yet, unfortunately. When listening to Witcher 3 Blood and Wine soundtrack. Oh yeah, one thing that we didn't check actually, like we should definitely check out our resistances. Seems to me like the elemental resistances could be doing better. Same goes for like the poison. So we'll try and pay attention to that. We can definitely get like a ring upgrade from the Slith necklaces. I need 2 more, in fact. That's not that many. That's okay. And what we're gonna do here is like we're gonna run the entire Act 1 and then turn in every single quest at the same time. Try and collect every single crystal as well. Ancestor. Level 50. Relic. I've said this before, but like we spent about like 12 hours in the normal difficulty. That doesn't mean that we're gonna spend 12 hours in elite also. I'm actually expecting it to be considerably less because our character requires much less optimization, 100%, and at the same time I don't necessarily think we're gonna need to do literally everything, like especially when it comes to the devotion shrines, for instance, or Ashes of Malmouth and Forgotten Gods is gonna come down to like the reputations. If I feel like we are okay to jump to ultimate, we will, I think. So the ultimate difficulty isn't that far away, in fact. How many crystals am I carrying? 94? Wait, come this way. He's attacking the cultists. Oh, mutated scales is nice. Trying to get the Slith necklaces. It's gonna give me an okay string upgrade, I would say. Just completely defensive, but at the very least it's going to be trying to help me out with my elemental resistances. I think we're done pretty much with that one too. It's a good spot to be done with the Slith necklaces because I had waypoint to TP out to. So you could just like go turn that back right now. Won't be losing much time. Okay, so Whitemire, I think? Yeah, we can take the devotions when I have the third node. I want to complete the obelisk at once. Six to 6. If we were missing a little bit of like poison resistance, weren't we? Let's give that over there and also compare this ring to the rings that I'm using, especially the left one. I'm okay with my HP, I can drop some HP. So we're dropping some like pierce resistance, we're dropping HP as I said, but we're gaining like 10% elemental and more poison resistance. And we're dropping some like all damage as well. I think this is okay though. I think this is okay. So let's put that thing over there. Do I have like a soul shard? I actually don't have a completed soul shard. That kind of sucks. It's okay, I'll play without one for now. I think so. Soonish we should have a completed one. That's okay. Let's do like the Barnabas quest so I have my last devotion shrine. Skill points again. Isn't the right ring worse? I'm playing extremely greedy right now, so I want to keep like the vitality percentage. But yeah, I suppose there's not much difference because of the old damage. There's about like 10% difference. 46 offensive ability. Now I'll keep the right ring. I'll keep the right ring. Playing a little bit greedy, but it is okay to be playing greedy right now because like I'm incredibly tanky also. And we're about to take the obelisk. It's like I'll show you, it's gonna make a massive difference on my stats. That's also why I'm not putting my devotion points right now. I want to put all three at the same time. But that being said though, the right ring is pretty crap also. Our rings are probably like our worst items right now. For sure. pull those as well. That actually took away the Tainted Brain Matter from me. It is bad. What did the Villoth ring drop as? If I can find this in my bags, there we go. Acid? So, my stats. I'm sitting on 955 armor with 1648 defensive ability. 1648 became 1784, and 900 armor became 1200. As you can see, like, it's just 3 nodes, easy difference. It's one of the biggest nodes that we could take right now. The rest is going to be going for the Dying God now. I don't think I need to turn back to quests. We can continue Act 1 now. 300 armor from just 2 nodes, yes. It's actually this way, isn't it? Need to save the guy. Give me that frozen heart. Yo, Naomi, by the way, I read what you asked later on. I don't think I'm gonna check it out. I don't think so, unless, like, I'm gonna check it out on, like, streams and, like, reviews and stuff like that. If it becomes, like, incredible, yeah, why not? I don't know why I did that, by the way. Because, like, I kind of want to go from under anyways for the Devotion Shrine. So I'm just gonna go under, honestly. The Warhammer thingy that you were asking, I think, Naomi. Let's kill this guy downstairs. The piles are not dropping anything at all here. Don't know why. What is this about? %100% increase of vitality damage, you guys. The power spike from I failed there. The power spike that my character's taking from, like, these devotion points, it's just insane. Okay, it's 80, it's not 100 apparently, but yeah. Wait, what just happened, by the way? Like, I failed to, like, complete this or something? Okay, let's not talk about it. There was, like, one single zombie running around. That's hilarious, man. Left one dude behind. Yeah, I mean, I blame him. Him. He's a slow poke, man. It wasn't my bad. I did put down my Ravenous Earth. Didn't I? It's hilarious, dude. I have no idea, Naomi. Sometimes there's like a, I don't know, loot box over there, like a tomb or something. It's pretty valuable too. Not this way though. The Arcana wave. That's such a good belt, you guys. Not for me, but especially like the mythical version. My eye is very itchy right now, sorry. Not sure what's up. Okay, we're good. Some more offensive ability. Pure attack, 1 quick feed. Okay, good luck feeding in League of Legends. Pure attack, quick feed. Oh my god, dude. Let's go this way. Just one different pathing, and look at what I have done. So we're gonna like drop a portal here because of that. So I'm getting annoyed. What I did differently is I've ran to the cave first and then tried to exit and path my way towards the blacksmith. And that's not something that I do usually. I just go for the blacksmith instantly and then I go for the portal. I just take the devotion shrine later on. I tried this for the first time and well, I definitely failed with my pathing afterwards, couldn't find the blacksmith. I know where he is, of course, but it's not gonna backtrack and forth. Just gonna take this right now. Use my portal after. There you are. Can I actually cast my Ruinous Earth like over the bounds? I actually could. That's interesting. Turns out I'm gonna need to go that way anyways. The road was blocked. Open the gates. While turning in the quest, just in case, I really need to pay attention to the Devil's Crossing reputation. If we manage to like hit Honored, we need to stop turning in the quests and basically buy the reds. And I'll do the same if we ever like manage to get like, let's say, Honored with something else. I'll actually like change my difficulty to buy the reds. Like, let's say I'm guessing we're going to be getting maybe Honored with like Barrowholm before, you know, finding Barrowholm in fact. Then I can like buy the reds and normal and then come back here. I don't really think we need upgrades, but we can check out this game real quick. It's a fast one anyways. An Ancient Heart, it was 100% worth it. That's nice. Let's get out of here. Thanks for taking the quest at the start in town. Don't really need to like worry about the chest location that's going to be shown in the minimap. It's a press card. Gonna go from here. Don't tell me it's blocked. No way. Still is alright though. Oops. What is my next point? It was like offensive ability double, right? No, just one offensive ability. 3%. So we're at 1600 now. Anything around like 2k would be pretty good for elite difficulty. Like we would be reliably critting, I would say. And for late game, we could use like maybe 2.6k, 2.7k without great gear. It's pretty hard to pull out. Off even. I'll check those. Come. No, the way is blocked there. What are we gonna do? I need to go west and then go north. And then east, I suppose, afterwards. Kinda messed up. Wow, this is such a troll layout actually right now. Messed up. If this one was open. What might you be? Ooh, the Judgment of Empyrean. What are you about? It's an offhand with fizz and fire. Sunspot. Interesting drop. For level 58. Scratch a purified salt. Let's go craft one. Am I a part of the YouTube video? Probably. How's it going, Blink? Let's take the crystals once again. Hit 100 yesterday with your Cabalist. Which one are you talking about? The bird summoner, or are you actually playing this one? The one I'm playing. How does it feel? Sounds good. Sounds good. Dwas is there saying, I'm playing a Ritualist right now, it feels a little bit squishy sometimes. It'd definitely help you out if you like link it in the group in the Discord, Dwas. Or maybe after this part as well. You took the Wendigo instead of the Behemoth. Interesting choice. It's not too bad. That is the ending of Act 1. We're getting 45 offensive ability, 25 defensive ability, sitting on like 1673 now. Defense is very high as well, actually. Almost full, huh? There's a chest piece, though. It's not gonna fit in there. That will do. Holy heresy! Let's check if these items are upgrades for me. No, we can leave. Gives me about like 500 reputation. That's actually not bad at all. 76 vitality with 550. Poison. Oh, this is very hard. I'll keep it in my bags for now. Maybe with a miracle we can fix my elemental resistances and then I can use it. Otherwise it doesn't look like it's possible. My elemental resistances are pretty rippy right now. I'm gonna sell this one as well. I'm not gonna break it. Acid poison. We do need a ring, but that's not it. Battle Cry shoulders. Instead of the 55, we're getting reduced stun and Battle Cry. Nah. So, elemental resistance with a little bit of vitality damage and offensive ability. We drop the HP and we drop the armor. Oh, we also dropped the chaos resistance, which my chaos resistance is fine for now, but I feel like we could do a little bit better than that too. I think so. Interesting. Double vitality. HP, cooldown reduction, and elemental resistance. Alright, fine, I'm gonna use this. That looks hideous, by the way. And we're gonna sell this one as well, I suppose, then. I'm gonna sell that one as well. It's way too old. $100 Devil's Crossing. It requires 1.2k right now. %, now is much more playable. That guy actually doesn't give any reputation. $250 from the cook, Mr. Algrim. 250 from this guy as well. This one doesn't give. 1,000 at the end. I wish I was able to take that 1,000 when I was like, you know, honored already. That would have been a big difference, but here we are. Devil's Crossing. Red is there as well. So for the rings, we have vitality resistance and vitality damage. What is it that I'm using? I'm using vitality damage and HP, which is in fact, in my opinion, better. So yeah. No, definitely not. My necklace has been with me because of the 8% experience increases. It's very hard to replace that necklace, and it's going to be very hard in my opinion. Let's start the act 2. I only need like 3 more devotion points, man. 1, 2, and the last one is gonna go to either like well, I cannot even give the stun resistance. So I don't have any purples. So I suppose it's gonna go over there. I guess so. $100 by 10 damage, and then afterwards a massive proc. I suppose we're gonna put the proc to the Doom Bolt, we'll see. I've been incredibly hyped about like my devotion points. The power curve of the character is just too big. Power spike, I should say. Hey, we have some elite bees there. Nice. What you doing? Played without the Dying God, but it is huge. Wait, what? You played without the Dying God? Dying God is very big for us. Wraith Walkers, you guys. Too bad it's not Vitality. Kinda makes me sad. I'm gonna go pick up the one-shot chest as well. It's quite easy. Let's take that 100% though. Okay. What's my percentage now? 1.4k almost. You can actually open the chest before killing this guy, it's funny. I would have assumed the chest like belongs to him, you know? At this point, like, when you're turning this quest in, if this is your first character, as I said, like, on the first character, it's better to just, like, lie all the time so that you have, like, each version of the relic. Because this version is going to be for level 35, and then the ultimate version is going to be for level 50. Even though we are already level 67, your next character is going to be using these relics and having an incredible power spike at level 35. Even though you're, like, still in normal difficulty, you will have, like, the next relic already, so... If this is like your first character in the account, you should probably continue lying throughout the entire way and then put them into the bank. It doesn't necessarily matter for me specifically in this case, like what I do with this quest. I'm just gonna tell the truth. So that I have a little bit easier time like overall with the reputation, because I'm not going to be creating another character in softcore anyways. But yeah, for you, definitely lie if it's the first time. If you don't have the 35 version, definitely lie. Yo, how's it going, Cal? Good morning to you. It's going good, bro. How about you? Jellies! Rip Revengeful Wraith, man. Feels bad. But this one gives me, with the Doom Bolt, Hungering Void, and now that is a Vitality damage, total speed, and crit damage proc that is also damaging me. But it should be okay, especially for a character like this one. So every time I cast the Doom Bolt, I think it's actually like 100% proc rate. Yeah, it's a 100% proc rate. Doom Bolt is a big procer. So every time I cast the Doom Bolt, we're gonna have that one proccing unless it's in cooldown. Pay this guy off. Alright, let's turn in some quests. Shattered Realm crashing all the time has been my least favorite thing about Forgotten Gods so far. That is really awkward, man. I didn't crash once, but like people are saying maybe the later difficulties actually have, you know, higher chance of crashing or something like this. Do you think it's true? Like, what is the number that you're doing? What's the shard that you're doing? Oops. I actually don't have the Royal Jelly. I'll put them into the bank most likely. Let's pick those Royal Jellies up from the bank, guys. I want to complete this quest right away. My character looks kind of out of this place, but maybe I can pick up a couple more. You have consistent crashes around 58, 56, sorry. I've only, like the highest one I have done is in fact 56. After 56 I stopped. I can possibly push to like 60, but I feel like I'm gonna need to fish a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to do that. There are going to be combinations that are going to be a little too repeat, so I'm gonna need to be like, alright, let's just never mind, let's go next. You know what I mean? I don't want to do that. I've done a lot of that in Diablo 3, so... We are really strong right now. Not killing this character right here without any changes should be able to take onto ultimate. Like, this is just insane right now. After getting to this point, you guys, like, when do you use your Doom Bolt? You just use it versus, like, relevant targets. So, like, this guy over here, I use my Doom Bolt, and then afterwards I'm not going to use it until, like, we find another more elites. There's no need to, like, proc the Dying God at all while we're fighting stuff like this. Absolutely no need. And we want it to be, like, out of the cooldown whenever we find an elite, so it's a good thing. Hungering Void, man. You like the Crucible a little bit more. Interesting. The only thing that I dislike about the SR right now, Shattered Realm, I obviously would have, you know, hated it if it's crashing for me too, for sure. Because you're literally, you know, wasting your time if it's crashing. But yeah, Arcane Monsters are probably like the only thing that I hate about that place. Don't think they belong in Shattered Realm. Let's take a couple of points into the minus resistance, guys. Six Watch. I'm not going to be completing this. Resilient Plating requiring better shell. I'm okay with this. We need like just one more Devotion Shrine and that's only gonna give me 5% HP. Like, I'm okay. We'll find like a Battle Devotion Shrine or something and I won't need to pay for it, so it's alright. Yo, how's it going, Atomic? Welcome, bro. Hope you're doing fine. Give me that. You're tired today? Maybe I can pull Nadra the Shadow and fight with Durini at the same time. Let's see. Yeah, that was fine, in fact. I'm farming Marauder's Ammo Belt and Gunslinger's Jacket. The other two options are to equip Dual Wield or more than 2 hinder in Cronley's Hideout. Can't even get one. Any advice? I mean, are they like random drops or something? I'm not really that familiar with the items that you're saying. Guess they're random drops, right? Wait, didn't I just find a Bruiser Roma now? That's funny. Scraps? Well, if they're random drop, you cannot really like target farm them, so... If they're set items, I think they are set items, aren't they? Yeah, I mean, you could definitely convert into them, but transmute into them, yeah. If you can find one of the pieces. now. Just makes it a little bit easier, not necessarily fixes the problem. Manual, this damage is insane on the floor right now. I cannot even loot. The Ravenous Earth with the Bat Devotion. Like how good it is just insane. Royal Jelly Essence. Empowered Black Grimoire. Ognapesh. Hudson Fury. I think there's actually going to be like a fighting shrine right outside of the Dungeon of Kilrain anyways, so they're going to be done with those. Being done with the devotion shrines at the start of almost like Act 2 and into Elite as a new account is ridiculous. So easy to like get every single devotion point now, even with a new account. Let's hit the beehive, guys, and afterwards I'm gonna turn some quests in. Yeah, how's it going, friendly? How you doing? Welcome. We can actually like send these to Devil's Crossing as well. I don't necessarily know what's the point, but they kind of seem miserable to me, so. Bat shells. There hasn't been a single elite outside. That's a first. I want to one-shot inside here, so. Jennies. I swim every day for at least 8 hours. Welcome back, Naomi. Rest in peace. Did you feed? Alright, so what do we have here? The Chronicle, right? I'll speak to Barnabas, man. Don't worry about it. The Twin Fangs is actually level 20 now. It goes all the way up to like 25. And this side is complete also. Many bags. How are we doing with these, by the way? The robbers. Midway honored. That's pretty sick. That's pretty sick. Pierce poison elemental resistance with HP. And all damage for level 70. This is definitely better than both of our rings, but still not a very good ring though. Quite annoying. We're gonna use that at level 70, I don't mind, it's alright. No, I haven't checked out the Grammarian. You actually ended up 63. That doesn't sound like you fed. We have some stuff over here too. Speak to the emissary. They're trying to recruit me into going to the Forgotten and Gods section once again. I'm not really sure if they are going to be doing the expansions in the elite difficulty. I'll see what is there to gain and what is there to lose. Once we are done with Logarian Kill especially. I'll say if the character requires me, like, to go, I'll go. With the reputations and stuff. If they're in a very good state, I think it's a waste of time, so... Nice. How's it going, Devil Chill? Welcome, Ren. The Blood Sigil of Chthon. Unfortunate stuff. It's not it. It's not it. No vitality. Scion of Burning Vengeance. We're actually getting legendaries in this difficulty. It's funny. So, the last node goes to 5% HP there in the crossroads. How's it going, Balrozar? It's been a while, no? I don't like this spawn right over here that they're like blocking the door. You're finding more legendaries during this than you were farming. That is true. This morning, you guys, like I was farming on my mains in hardcore, and yeah, like I think we've gotten legendaries only from like, you know, the guaranteed stuff like Rogue Dungeon Troves and like Nemesis Troves and stuff like that. Yeah, even from that I didn't get once. That's messed up. This base is having a hard time scaling to my level. We really need to rush a little bit more. That's also why I'm skipping some chests and stuff. Mark of the Fierce Resolve. Let's see what we have here. Medal. With reduced stun duration in physique and health and defense. Don't forget to drop a portal here. True of Savior? We did play that quite a bit actually. I have like 200 hours in that game. It was lagging out. If it wasn't lagging out, I was really enjoying that game. It was funny. I was just mindlessly grinding all the time. I had like some FPS issues so bad. Bad stuff. Just gets worse and worse as you leveled up. It was just too bad. That is what happened to that game, Naomi. Check the comments, maybe they fixed it. This is like 2 years back, so. I'm pretty sure it has something to do with the engine, so 99% of the time they don't fix stuff like that. Level 69. I'm actually gonna go ahead, take a couple of like minus resistance points here. Might in fact like max it out even if I could make it there. Oh, one of the priests just like topped him off. MVP. That's lucky finding the treasure show here. We might actually get revered with the Rowies first. Definitely looks that way to me. Let's hope they have some goodies for me. Yeah, you gotta be very careful with the flashback league in Path of Exile. It's definitely quite trippy, of course. And multiple stuff in the map in play, so. Kilrian, how about that Kilrian Shatter Soul? How about it? I actually think he dropped it. Yeah, he dropped it. There it is. I love you, Kilrian. Thank you, man. Grab the ectoplasm. This thing as well. Also tried to Path of Exile's fly. Got to the Act 2 and lost interest again. Feels bad, man. I have a character as well in Path of Exile, the Flashback League, but played it off stream a little bit, maybe like an hour and a half or something on and off while like watching some streams. I don't know if I will continue, I'm not really sure. Just messing around, not really taking it seriously. I might check it out on like in the next league at 3.7 or whatever. Would like to warm up to it if I'm gonna, you know, stream and like YouTube content for it. Instead of like, you know, getting warmed up It allows you 3.7. I wouldn't like that, I think. How does it work if I have multiple procs with like on crit, 100% on devotion, 20% on both rings, and 100% upheaval from the shaman tree? Can they all like go off at one hit? I think they could, yes. Because they're just like procs that are just depending on your normal attacks with like on crit stuff. I think they could. The same thing cannot be said about default weapon attack stuff. So I think like default weapon attack stuff, let's say if there's like an 18% chance of proccing something on a default weapon attack, I think you can only have that one proccing. You know what I mean? But if you have like, let's say, pens that are capable of giving you battle cry, like the Barbarous pens, they should be able to proc at the same time with this. Upheaval is a default weapon attack, I suppose, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, there isn't much info about 4.0, yeah. Just the fact that like they're trying to have good changes to the engine and stuff like that. I only one mace so far, right? We could like put one more mace into the bank. I wouldn't mind that. Let's find one more here. The rock eater. This guy is very scary, you guys, just so you know. Those rocks. Avoid that. You're welcome. Wolsh, how is it going, by the way? It's been some time, I think, right? Slow hurts. Mistborn Talisman. Nice, nice. Very nice. And the relic now. The also attack relic, basically. The Cyclops drops the mace and the Mistborn Talisman. That's true, but like he didn't drop a mace this time. That's what I was wondering also. No maces for me, man. From the entire run. So, are we upgrading my bone spikes? We need to be the lookouts. I'm kind of curious, like what sort of an upgrade we can get from the bone spikes. I'm like almost level 70. There has to be level 70 rolls dropping from here if it could scale all the way up there, which it should. Look at them. Some of them are level 71, so we might be able to get like some ridiculous upgrades for the bone spikes if we choose to farm here. I'm gonna check it out a couple of times after finishing it. Demolitionist and Aether, which is level 70. Interesting. Very, very interesting. We might farm this place a little bit, guys. Have you thought about testing the new Aether Ray with the Pierce? I don't think so. I didn't really think about it. To be honest with you, there's a lot of, like, there are probably a lot of people testing it. So, I'm okay with that too, you know what I mean? Demo of Decay. 100% vitality damage just from this item right over here, you know? Some HP as well. Yeah, like... I don't really enjoy playing like Spellbinder so much. And I've recently literally just suicided on a Mage Hunter because I didn't like what I ended up accomplishing with it. It was like a Pinetti Mage Hunter. So I don't really like want to make another Shaman's Spell Weaving. 178. I don't want to make another Aether guy, let's say. Yeah. Blood of Chthon and the Frozen Heart. Let's fight. Massive upgrades even fly. It's insane. But I think I'm gonna nitpick a little bit and we're gonna try and find like something very nice when it comes to upgrades. Where are you guys going? I'm over here. That is weird. So I might actually like clear the space 2 more times or something, and then like we put all the bone spikes next to each other, at least the relevant ones, and then select the best 2. Start using them. I think that sounds good to me. Yeah, good morning, Scrunchy. How are you doing, man? I'm good. Thanks for asking. Been playing this fresh Cabalist for some time. Really enjoying it. We can get to open some like treasure troves as well while doing this, as usual. Scream is there as well, saying hi Malagant, hi chat, what's up? Farming legendary or are you on like epic? Yeah, I just probably answered you. Playing a fresh account Cabalist, bro, for YouTube. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna open this waypoint. Gonna turn in like a couple of quests, and then afterwards I think like we can clean my bags and reset the game, I feel like, and do that place a couple more times. At the very least 2 more times, I would say. I think it's going to be worth it. We have been like rushing really hard, like I think this part has been like maybe 1.5 hours or something so far. We could actually check it out from here. 1 hour 16 minutes so far, nothing. Honestly. Sorry for your loss. It's nice, nice. Yeah, this is a weak one. This is a weak one. We need like heavy vitality ones, okay? Like that one, this one. What were those gloves again? The Overlord's Iron Grip. Bonds of Bismail with Will of Crypts. That's gonna do it for me. Some defensive shoulder pads. Crest of the Winter Fortitude. So many legendaries that are finding, but yeah. Look at the stats on this thing. 93 offensivity with 3% offensivity and 10% armor. Ikrix. Bloodletter of attack. Double HP as well. I'm actually considering using it. I'm gonna sell. Let's just hit the game here. Did the YouTube video upload work this time? No, not yet. It's not working. I don't know why. Sold it just like that, yes. I'm kind of annoyed that like mine is giving vitality damage and Aether resistance. I don't want to bother with the Aether resistance right now. It's like 16% or something Aether, so just lazy. But it was a very good one though. It tastes very bad actually. Chilled Spell Weaving, Bone Spike, and an Inquisitor one. We have some interesting pants as well. Doesn't give damage though. I think I'm gonna hunt the damage ones. What is wrong with this coffee? What's happened to this coffee even? It's tasting so bad. Demo Spellweave, Soldier DK. The Soldier DK might be very good, no? Yeah, okay, that's interesting. That is interesting. How's it going, Dax? Yeah. Oathkeeper's Spell Weaving. No. Fire and stuff. Vampiric of Celerity. Oh, that's a bone scythe. My bad. My bad. Let's not talk about this. Let's not talk about it. Wait, where are you guys going? I'm here. Bone Scythe, Bone Slicer. Too bad. Not the stuff that we need. I suppose Ikrix is going to be here, right? Because I didn't kill him yet. There we go. Juggernaut Relic. Ooh, look at this place. We'll most likely find one here now. Bone Spike Double, the Inquisitor Alacrity. Pretty terrible if you ask me. And then we have the Arcanist Spellweave. We can put the Arcanist Spellweave somewhere, I think. Right? Was it this node? Yeah. Okay. Not really sure if it's going to be like better than the ones that we have, but I have one more in me. Then we check out like the best two. I wonder like what would be seemingly the best bone spike that you can get for this spec. You know what I mean? I should probably have the answer to that in my build guide when we are completely done with this entire run. And the character is completed and I stop playing it, you know, with the parts and stuff, and then make a build guide. I should probably be able to like answer that. Double Vitality affixes, yeah, for sure, but like, is there like any proccing stuff maybe? I'm not really sure. Double Vitality would definitely be fine, and it's not that hard to get it either. I would say, no. Like, Off the Decay is not the hardest roll to get, I think. Could be wrong here, but yeah. Inquisitor Alacrity. Need to check that. It's an attack speed one. It's okay. This guy's not taking damage from me for some reason. The Bone Blade. Flamekeeper's Jacket. I feel like I haven't managed to find a single bone spike in this run. Yeah. The rotations were very bad, it looks like. Poisoned Celerity. I don't think there's any point checking it. What is poisoned, right? It's not something that we need. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Let me see. Store. I wonder, like, where did it even go? What the hell? So it managed to go somewhere else? That one maybe? Arcanist Spellweave? I'm gonna give up, I think. Maybe it was another weapon. What just happened, stream? Maybe that guy? We found an Occultist here. That might be an interesting one. Dude, this place is actually capable of dropping better shells as well. This place is crazy. Okay, this is going to be the last pack, I believe. Bone Blade. Yeah, that poisoned is basically hiding in my bag somewhere, I think. Maybe it was like a different weapon and I thought it was a bone spike. It's definitely possible. I need to get to like level 70 to be able to like use these things in the first place, but that is not the hardest thing to achieve, so sell those. Double Inquisitors. HP PS and elemental resistance with the energy regeneration. Poison Bone Blade of Celerity. It was this one. It wasn't a bone spike. That is why I'm confused there. Let's get to level 70. I'm supposed to be going towards Homestead and Pine Barrens. After level 70, I'll equip the better weapons. There's like, if I have to guess, we're gonna need to use the Occultist and we're gonna need to use the Soldier of DK. We'll see. Drop a waypoint here. Oops, that was a misclick. I really hope it wasn't too expensive. How much was it? Let me see. Oof, it's about like 40,000 recipes. That hurts. So we have this ring that we can replace. Definitely, it's better than my rings. And we have these bone spikes that we're gonna check. But the first thing that I can tell you is that I actually need to go grab the waypoints. In the Pine Barrens. How come I didn't pick this up in the normal playthrough? Guys, before changing my items, we have about 1.4k. Right, so it's damage. Let's see like what it is going to be. So 160, 170, 160, 200 the soldier, 200 once again the occultist, and then 200. So I think I'm actually gonna like delete these. Lifesteal, HP conning. Yeah, I'm gonna delete those. And I think the soldier is like 100% use. I would say so. It's double HP at the same time. And we decide between these. 210 with spirit and energy regeneration with infernal breath. That's not something that I need. This one is like spirits, energy regen. The arcanist one gives like cold. I think I'm gonna go with the occultist. We're gonna sell this one too. 1.4 it was, right? Right now 1.7, 300% just like that. 300% just like that. That's insane actually. That's definitely worth farming for you guys. The most important part about it is that like it's permanent, you know, it's not like a buff or anything. Experience potion time. I need to get revealed with the Malmouth for that, which is pretty far away. But I might be able to get it like next fight. We're playing pretty fast there, so my damage is really high now. Give me that poison gland. Oh yeah, the ring, right? Hmm. Pierce, elemental, and poison. I mean, I suppose it's better than the left one. Gives me a little bit damage, HP, better resistances. Let's just replace the left guy. Put this thing on top of it. Put that thing over there as well. Okay. In the minimap, that road looks like it's open, but in fact it's not. You cannot even pass. Don't know why. Dynamite! How am I able to dual wield? That's because of my relic. Blade, Sword, Talisman. We could actually get an upgrade from here as well. The same monsters. I want to kill that guy. Wow, it just came to me. That's nice of you. I don't actually need to go for the devotion shrine. I just want items. Don't need. KB Next is there. Hi guys, I'm so lost in this game when it comes to like how the damage is calculated, especially with like Force Wave. It's capable of like using your weapon, I think, quite heavily. So whatever your weapon's damage is, it's gonna use that. And on top, it also adds physical damage, if I'm not mistaken, with trauma as well. So unless you convert from Fizz, you're gonna scale not only the weapon that you're holding, the damage type of your weapon, but also the physical flat values that are coming from, and the trauma values that are coming from Force Wave itself. Since it's attacking with a weapon, the flat damage values, if you're physical, you would like to have more physical, by adding on top of it as well. So anywhere that you can find like flat numbers of physical damage, it would be an upgrade for you when it comes to damage. And since you're scaling physical damage, you would need to go for minus physical resistance against monsters, and you would need to go for percentage physical damage increase, and obviously like trauma as well, percentage trauma increase too. And this right here is like what I said is the way that you would scale Force Wave, and that is in brackets like if you're physical damage, yeah. And you could convert the damage of that thing by using a magical weapon, you know, like poison weapon, some anything basically, or like convert the damage of it entirely, right? Like Justice Gloves are, I think, capable of doing such a thing. So you could look into that. And the conversions are happening first. After they happen, then your multipliers kicks in. So if you're converting to something, then you wouldn't need the physical damage percentages anymore. You would need damage of the type, whatever you convert it into. Ablets is there saying, hello there, I'm new to the game, but I would like to try to play something with Shaman. What should I play with Shaman? You could go like Lightning Caster, you could go like Lightning Rifle or like Pistol guy. You could go some sort of like a Cold Lightning melee guy, also just Lightning melee guy is possible too. Or you could also do some sort of like a Summoner with the Shaman. Let's check these out. When it comes to the leveling, you can check my YouTube, how I level the Shaman. The flat damage that you take from stuff. Let's see if we can find something for you. Okay, so 520 chaos damage. You see that? That's a flat damage value. That wouldn't add on top of Ravenous Earth, because Ravenous Earth doesn't have weapon percentages. But if you can find the modifier for Ravenous Earth that would add a weapon percentage damage to it, then it would start using those flat values as well. I don't know why I'm having a hard time putting this under him right now. I don't want to be there. Even though I'm really tanky, like I don't want to risk that. I don't think there's any way that he can like go through me. I'm extremely tanky, I believe. Ah, look at the experience we're gaining, man. That is kind of also why like I want to go to the next difficulty. How is the Black Legion doing, you guys? Not too bad, honestly. The order is almost honored. I'm going to be switching my game to take their red like immediately as soon as they're honored. Banana Bird is there saying, I'm currently having fun with Shaman Occultist, Ultos set Primal Strike, very flashy. Sounds very good. It's extremely fun to play Primal Strike anyways. Lightning Caster sounds fun. Look into this Storm Totem. Storm Totem with like Wind Devils. You cannot go wrong from there. And you can combine that with like many different masteries, but don't overwhelm yourself right now. Just check out the Shaman side of things. Wow, this metal is pretty crazy too. For elemental damage, it was so good. So many weapons, huh? What is he selling? Lightning potion. It's good because like I just spent one, didn't I? Let's do this quest first. What's my Aether resistance? 51? Doesn't sound too bad to me. We can need it against the boss at the end of this path. 51 should be playable. Yeah, it's a good second. Nice. Hey guys. Yeah, about that, by the way, Ablet. Like, definitely check out how I leveled the Shaman. Because going to like Wind Devil and Storm Totem from level 1 might not necessarily be the best thing that you can do. So you can like follow a different route while leveling. Something like Devouring Swarm or like, you know, Grasping Winds. Maybe even some sort of like a Primal Strike guy. And then switch to whatever you want to play later on a little bit. When you have enough points. Definitely. That's usually like the best way to do it when the ability that you want to use is like far deep into the mastery. Seven points into this, and it's giving me minus 28%. Our reliable minus resistance is very high right now. I'm done with the eggs, right? Yeah, Storm Totem Vindicated doesn't sound bad at all. I cannot help with the link right now, KB, but I'll check it out later if you would like me to, again, after the YouTube part, okay? I'm gonna do the Blood of Thorn quest again, you guys, inside the cave. Just stack up on the rare materials as much as I could. Just in case if you decide to farm something. Or, well, craft something rather. She's resistant. 100% resistant. That took a while to kill. I usually understand if it's like taking too long to kill KB. Like these are getting one shot. And she literally took like 30 seconds to kill, so guessing she wins. But there's no way to like see the values unless you check it out on Groom Tools. Let me see the Coven reputation. We're actually getting quite a lot of Coven reputation right now. We're gonna get like revered with the Coven first, it looks like, which is not a bad thing. The only bad side about the Coven is that like it's not level 70 requirement. It's level 90 requirement, the stuff that the Coven gives, unless I'm mistaken there. So there isn't anything that I could use right away. It's kinda sad, but yeah. Such a mess in this place. Should have used this earlier on. My bad. Ancient Hearts. Nice. Any major changes to my EOR? No changes at all, almost. None. I'm using 4 sets of Ultruin now. Drop the Helm, basically. That's pretty much it. That was like the only change that I could remember that I've done recently. I'm on the wrong way. We get into like the secondary cave as well. I'd definitely like to fight the Devotion Shrine there. There's no reason not to. Maybe get some loot while doing so. Good experience as well. Thanks for the help, by the way, guys. Grash, Darkshire. Cheers. It's a shell there. So I guess the one-shot chest is going to be like at the boss spot, unless I missed it. I probably didn't miss it. Look at the tank. So KB, simply put, no, it definitely does vitality damage as well if you convert to it. Or if you have like a vitality damage weapon in your hands, it would deal vitality damage too, the force wave that is. But what you're trying to do when you're building is, let's say, if you want to go physical damage, then you don't want to convert away from physical. Which is probably your case. Because the conversion is happening first, and then afterwards, your values are being multiplied by the corresponding multipliers. So in your case, if you're converting to vitality and then you have like physical damage upgrade items, the vitality is just staying there, you know, not necessarily multiplied, and very small portion. So splitting your damage is not the greatest. So if you would play a vitality damage, then you would need to convert as much as you could, so that you can then multiply it by the vitality multipliers that you would get on your gear. So like it's definitely beneficial to like not convert at all, or fully convert into the thing that you're scaling. You know what I mean? That's a big mistake that a new player can do actually in Grim Dawn. By just like looking at a weapon, it's like, okay, the damage number is green, that's an upgrade. No, it is not. Because the damage number is definitely inflating with the attack speed. And that new weapon might be converting into fire or something, even though you were actually trying to damage with physical. So it would actually nerf you quite a bit. So you gotta like pay close attention to the conversions. The conversion on top of like, I don't know, some items and your components. And take the, that's usually also why I'm saying like don't split your damage so much. Try to like select one damage type or like the corresponding damage over time with it. So like physical with trauma, you know, fire with burn, etc. At the very least in the early game. Like the character that we are building right here, we are completely focusing on vitality, right? I don't try to scale anything else. In the late game, very late game, it would be possible for me to focus a little bit on acid as well. But I would need very good items to be able to do that. But while leveling, why would I bother with such a thing? Because if I try and scale acid right now, I'll give away from vitality. So I might as well not scale, that's all. And fully focus on vitality. Bleed scale bleeds. PSM bleed has no connection whatsoever. Like, that music was crazy. Let's go this way. I think there's going to be like an opening over here. Killing the beasts, that is why the Covenant is gaining so much reputation. All about them beasts. Yo, how's it going then? Welcome, bro. Homestead 900 to revered. The Order of Death Vigil is on it. I was about to call the party here, but I think we're gonna like run to the Order of Death Vigil so that I don't forget about this. And we're gonna buy the rich from them immediately. I have that problem as well, then. Like, respected by the Barrow Home. Yeah, the Thonics are giving good reputation with the Barrow Home. It's going to be probably the next reputation that we need to check. Pay close attention to. I'm hoping at the end of like Act 4, let's say, I'll going to be honored with the Barrow Home. So YouTube, I think this is going to be the end of this part. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be seeing you on the next one. The next one we actually finish, maybe even like Act 6, if I can play it fast enough. And we will try and get to the experience potions. The character is very strong right now. It's actually amazing. Oh, is this an upgrade? It's sure this is an upgrade. Can take the soul shot out of that. Double HP offensive ability and pierce resistance. Vitality damage. Life steal and chaos resistance. I'm gonna sell it, it's pretty bad, so... my right wing is extremely bad as well, but... that is not the item that we're going to be switching them. Okay. Let's take that Chains of Oleron out from this. What is this guy setting, by the way? Bleed resistance with Vitality. No need. That chest definitely served me well. That's it, YouTube. Catch you on the second.